everyone in my kitchen and welcome to this new video of mine. So today I decided to quickly film another baking video for Easter. Basically today's video I actually planned since last year because today I'm going to film my try on one of the recipes. Zoe or Zoella, you know her probably by Zoella, uploaded last year in her Easter treats video. So I love the idea of the Cadbury's cream egg cupcakes so much that I decided to refilm them myself because I really wanted to. So here is my version of that cupcakes. I changed them a little bit. First change is basically only because I cannot get any Cadbury's cream eggs in Germany or anywhere near me, so that's the first change. I just decided to go for, I think, Milka eggs with a different filling, but they're eggs anyways and they are delicious. So I just changed the cream eggs with other eggs which are kind of the same size, so you can take whatever chocolate Easter eggs you'd like to. The second change I decided to make is that I'm going to make a chocolate buttercream icing instead of the vanilla one she made in her video. So anything else is the same. I will definitely link her video in the description box below. There are so many other lovely Easter treats you can try to make, so I decided to go for the cupcakes because I really wanted to try that recipe. So first things first, I am currently preheating my oven to 175 degrees Celsius, and also another thing you can prepare is your muffin tin tray, and I lined them with 3 different colors of these little things. Basically because I had them at home and I think these are all very Eastery colors and I just love the colors a lot, and Easter is always the holiday where everything is very colorful and lovely and nice. So I decided to go for plain orange, green and blue muffin cases. How do you call them? I never know that. So preheating the oven and aligning your muffin tin with muffin cupcake cases. That's everything you're going to have to prepare. Alright, and now I'm just quickly going to tell you everything you're going to need because I always think that it's easier if you just know what you're going to need. To make it easier for you to make a list for your shopping, I'm going to link Zoe's blog post in the description box where everything is listed. So everything you're going to need: 100 grams of plain flour, 20 grams of cocoa powder, 140 grams of caster sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, a pinch of salt, 40 grams of unsalted butter, 120 milliliters of whole milk, 1 egg, a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I have a aroma here as always, so I think I'm just going to add one of these little things. And last but not least, a frozen Cadbury creams egg if you can get your hands on them, or any kind of chocolate Easter egg which has to be frozen because you're going to pop them into your cupcake dough and then bake them, and you don't want them to just dissolve into the dough. So that's everything you're going to need for the cupcakes. So in your bowl you're going to want to add your 40 grams of butter, which should really be room temperature but maybe not as soft as mine is. Then you're going to want to add your 100 grams of flour, 20 grams of cocoa powder, 140 grams of caster sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, pinch of salt. Would be far easier if you would do that in a KitchenAid or something like that. I'm going to have to use my electric whisk thingy. So mix all of that lovely together until you have a nice mixture. Alright, and now you're going to want to measure out your 120 milliliters of milk, add your egg, there you go, and your 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. And now you're going to want to mix that together. And now you're going to want to add your milk mixture to the rest of the mixture. And that that is your dough already done. It's so quick and easy and very simple. Be very careful when you spoon them in because the dough is really runny, so that's going to be a little bit tricky. But as always, I'm going to use my sauce kind of spoon. So that's made by that, but it's working perfectly. So get your dough into those cases. Okay, once you have the dough in your cases, I don't know exactly what that one is doing. I have no idea what is happening here and that one, so that side is prettier. You're going to want to take your chocolate Easter eggs. Now these are the ones I am using. They are by Milka and I think they have a good size. So these have been in the freezer and they're a little bit too small, so that's not perfect. But everything you're going to want to do now is put your Easter eggs in the middle of the cupcake. Put your eggs in the freezer well before making that. Perfectly will be like the day before, then you can be sure that they are frozen all the way through. So once you have your little Easter eggs in your cupcakes, and you're just going to want to put them into your oven for about 20 to 25 minutes if I remember that correctly, and then we're going to come back to them. Alright, so this is everything you're going to need for your chocolate icing. So what you're going to need is 60 grams of butter. Very important that this is at room temperature or a little bit softer like mine. Then you're going to need 30 grams of cocoa and 250 grams of powdered sugar and 3 tablespoons of milk. And now you're going to make our icing. So first of all, you're going to want to whisk your butter until it's very soft and slightly lighter in color. So the next step you're going to want to do is to gradually add your cocoa and your powdered sugar. What I am going to do, I'm going to use one of these guys just to make sure that there are no clumps like the ones you can see in here in the mixture. So I'm going to add a little bit of that one, like half, and make sure that is very nice and powdery. Because there are these guys, I hope that you can see them, and these will not mix very easily, and you don't want any clumps in your buttercream. That is just not very nice. So it would be easier with a spoon. Take a spoon and just bring them through just to dissolve them, and then mix that in. And now I'm going to do the same thing with my powdered sugar. I'm really wondering because I really don't have a lot of butter, so I hope that it is working. And mix it in and repeat those steps until all your cocoa and powdered sugar is gone. I really don't think that I have enough butter. It seems to be a little bit strange, look at it. Number over, is that enough butter? So, alright, so my icing is now done. Whatever I said before about the amount of butter you need, forget that. I think I now used like 150 grams of butter and 250 of the powdered sugar, and everything else stayed the same. So that's that, just so you know. And the cupcakes are now done, so they can get out of the oven, and now the fun part begins. Here they are. Now they have to cool down completely. Make sure that they are 100% cool, because if they are not cool completely, then your buttercream will just run everywhere. That won't work. So let them cool down completely before you start putting the icing onto them. One thing I want to do is actually something Zoe did in her video too. And I'm going to take my little Easter eggs here, and I'm just going to put them out of this thing and cut them in half somehow. Okay, not like that. So these eggs here are not at all cuttable. I don't know whether one was easier. Okay, some of these are really easily cuttable and the others are not. So if you have eggs which are cuttable, do that. course. I think that would be very nice and pretty. Okay, so what you're going to want to take is a nozzle like this, and at least this is the one I want to take because I like it. And you're just going to want to fill this guy with your frosting. Put your icing from the outside in or from the inside out, depending on which way you prefer it. I'm just going to start on the outside and go in, and then you are done. It's very easy to get the hang of it. Just make a few and then it will get better with every cupcake, like that. And once you have added your icing to all the cupcakes, you can now start decorating them. You can also leave them just how they are now. It's totally up to you and your taste. So I'm going to add a few of the eggs. Those must not be frozen, by the way. Just going to add them on top here and on the other side. So these are now my finished cupcakes. I am sure that they will be very chocolatey, so a chocolate lover's dream, definitely. They're not completely the same as Zoe's, but I think they turned out pretty cute. And that is my video for today. I hope that you like it. I hope that you like my little cupcakes. They are not completely the same as Zoe's, but I don't have to bake them completely the same. They do not look as perfect as hers, but I really like that nozzle because it makes the cutest little like ruffly icing look. It's not too easy to get the hang of that one, but you will get it, I'm sure. So these are my finished cupcakes. I really like them and I can't wait to try how they taste. I hope you like my little second Easter treats video. I just thought I'd quickly throw it in there because I really wanted to try this recipe. So I hope you liked my video and that you will give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe for all the future baking videos and every other video. And you know it's Easter, so happy Easter, by the way. I did not say it yet. And you know you want to make me happy for Easter, so don't forget to subscribe. So yes, I hope you liked my today's video and that you will come back next week for next week's video. So happy Easter everyone, enjoy your week and I will see you in my next video. Goodbye!